book recommendation of the day is John Calvin's The Institutes of the Christian Religion. If you are into Reformed theology, this is basically the standard. It's an excellent book. A lot of people get this bad idea about John Calvin because they know the term Calvinism, and they probably have a loose idea of what Calvinism is. So don't let that get in your way. The Institutes of the Christian Religion barely touches on the subject, really. And when it does touch on the subject, it gives an explanation that I think would help a lot of people understand it, even if they disagree with it, understand where it comes from, and understand what it means and what it doesn't mean, because it's very often strawmanned. But really, John Calvin is more excellent, in my opinion. One of my favorite things that he does is his theology of the sacraments. His theology of the sacraments is very interesting, is very excellent, and that's probably my favorite section. I mean, his work on the history of the early church, although I think there's a lot of details that more modern scholarship can help us out with understanding that he was ignorant of. His overall view is very also helpful in understanding what is the traditional Protestant understanding of what church history is. And his work on the Trinity is pretty good. There's a few minor things that I tend not to like about his exposition of the Trinity, but overall I think his exposition of the Trinity is very excellent in this book. Overall, it's a great systematic theology that's going to give you a great overview of what is the Reformed and Protestant worldview. And basically everything after this book in the Reformed and Protestant worldview is going to be building off of or having to argue against what this book said to uphold and stand their viewpoint against it. So, yeah, great book. Would recommend The Institutes of the Christian Religion by John Calvin. I will warn you, though, if you read enough Reformed literature, you're probably going to get a bow tie, and I don't know why that is. It just happens to be the case that once you've read enough John Calvin or Barth, you just happen to own a bow tie and you happen to wear it. So if you don't want that, maybe don't read Reformed literature, but besides that, if you don't mind the consequences, go ahead and read.